Fellas, we're going to get to how this might impact the Edwin Diaz sweepstakes in just a second. But, Anthony, what's your immediate take on this signing in and of itself?
Well, Eamon, the guy is an incredibly talented pitcher. His changeup has its own nickname, Airbender, for a reason, because it's one of the best pitches in baseball. It's got crazy movement. He gets a lot of swing and miss. He gets a lot of chase. So there's some really good things to like here about this pitcher. Now, obviously, last year didn't go as planned, as you mentioned, in the Bronx. So it's fair to kind of wonder whether there's any sort of lingering element of that. New York, is it too big for him? That sort of thing as he comes to Queens. Look, I know he got it together during the season and had some stretches of dominance and sort of moved himself back into the trust level during the postseason as well. But I think that there's, we can still ask the question, Eamon. But overall, like if this is the start of a super bullpen, I'm all for it. If it's a replacement for Edwin Diaz, I'm a little more leery.
So David Stearns looked at his bullpen and said, holy smokes, we need serious work. He went to comfort food. He went to somebody that he knows very, very well from his days with the Milwaukee Brewers. And with the amount of money the Mets just gave Devin Williams, it would indicate to me they are paying him based upon what he did in Milwaukee, not the season we saw a year ago with the New York Yankees. And spare me the advanced metrics. If you watch the games every single night, which we all did, night in and night out, there was way too much volatility when it comes to Devin Williams and it comes to getting outs on a consistent basis. Now, your point about the stuff is completely spot on. There's a reason why he misses a ton of bats. There's a reason why his K numbers throughout his career were absolutely off the charts. I totally get this from a Met perspective, but there is a major disclaimer that you're about to ask me about, aren't you?
So back to the advanced metrics. What was the line from our producer, Chris Farina, in the newsroom? Even when he was good, he was terrible. But all right, as JJ was alluding to now, the 5-year, $100 million question. JJ, what does your gut tell you about Edwin Diaz now coming back to the Mets?
So my gut remains the same as it did 24 hours ago. The Mets need multiple high-quality, high-caliber arms within the bullpen. How are you selling me on the fact that this Met bullpen is going to be better if you take that guy out of the ninth inning? Please, the idea of Devin Williams now taking the place of Edwin Diaz is insane to me. It does not make you a better baseball team.
But does David Stearns and Steve Cohen give him the 5th year?
Steve Cohen has the money to do so. He should tell his general manager, we are getting this done. We want a championship caliber team. We have the best chance of fielding that championship caliber team if we have one of, if not the best closer in all baseball. How is the Met bullpen better if Edwin Diaz is pitching for the Dodgers, if Edwin Diaz is pitching for the Toronto Blue Jays? It's total nonsense to me. This move with Williams coming to town is about a 1-2 punch. If Diaz is back, Anthony, I am totally on board. If he is not, and the volatile Devin Williams all of a sudden has to replace Mr. Trumpets, it's a big mistake.
Yeah, and JJ, to your point, if they're replacing him, filling in the bullpen with other guys who are lesser relievers than Edwin Diaz, then you're right, the bullpen doesn't look any better. In fact, you could argue that it's worse on the face of it. And so, look, I mean, the Mets need to be better. That last year was a wreck. 83 and 79 ain't it, Eamon. And they've got to be better, and the bullpen is a serious need because it was a factor of drama last year many different times, as we saw in connection with the rotation, which failed as well. So they've got a lot of pitching work to do here. This is an easy one. This is only money, and I understand that we don't want the back end of these contracts. They're always going to haunt us, and what about year 5? And it's like, okay, but what about year 1 when you're going for it?
All right, so you're both on board with giving Diaz whatever he wants, but do you think the Mets will draw a line in the sand quickly?
Yes, I do think that they will, which makes me lean more toward Devin Williams will be the closer. I hope that Edwin Diaz is coming as well, but I think that if I had to make a choice, I would say it's 55-45. Williams is the closer.
They're going to be queasy. They're not going to feel good about it because, year 4, year 5 may not end up turning out the way they want it to turn out. They can't let Edwin Diaz walk. Not after the season they had, not after the way he pitched in the ninth inning. Gut feel, they find a way to come to terms.